This is a suspension piece that you can buy from online. And this is a 3D printed suspension piece that you can print on your printer and can be used for your very own 3D printed RC car just like mine. So let's dig into the differences between these two 3D printed and normal suspension pieces. The normal suspension piece has metal parts, metal spring, metal rod, some plastic here and there, but working oil. 3D printed is just completely plastic, but the cons of it is that it's completely plastic and can break. The pros is you can make it anytime you want, make it as hard as you want with certain filaments, and make it however color you want. So let's take a look at the Fusion 360 file. Here we got the spring coming off the whole assembly, and the top cap with the ball joint involved, and the rod coming out. The rod just slides in so perfectly into the cap, right into the lower ball joint, and the top ball joint goes in. Spring goes underneath the lower ball joint, and the cap for the spring just slides on so perfectly. Finally, we are going to put the 3D printed suspension, the last part of it, into my RC car. Here, as you can see, I am fiddling with it because it's such a tight spot. I might fix that in my latest model. And talking about model, this is the model for my last video without the body parts. Just straight up chassis with the gearbox and everything in there configured, which the gearbox will be in the next video. As seen here, the suspension does work. It holds up the car. The springs are doing pretty good. I think I did 100% infill on them with PLA. You could do PETG for a harder feel, more suspension. Now, this is only 50 millimeters, remember, so it's more of a race car suspension. I did lube the inside, so that's why it's probably so smooth, but I'll show you some slow modes now. These are the key details of making this suspension. You have to make sure your 3D printer is really tuned in because there's a 0.2 clearance between the parts. I will be posting the files up for free. You're going to need some type of lube if you want the stuff lubed up, and a super glue for the caps on the tops and bottoms. Everything else should go together very nicely. I would recommend PETG for the springs, but you don't have to. I use PLA myself. Make sure your printer is all ready to go, and if you made it this far, make sure you guys subscribe and like for my next projects. Hope you guys have a good day. See you guys later.